for a little moment. My hair's looking a bit of a mess, but well, it's looking better than it has in quite some time. So let's just wait and see who gets here. Oh, we've got one watching. That's you, isn't it? Yeah. So just so that we can see the comments, we have got Deanna's phone set up over there because sometimes my phone doesn't show the comments, and I have no idea why. In fact, actually, if I do this, I can write a comment apparently, but I can't see them. Oh well. Oh, we've got 3 watchers. Hello. Who do we have watching? I don't know. Right, let's have a look. Shall we start getting started? Right, okay then. Hello, my name is Alex. I am here on behalf of Non-Stop Kids Entertainment. Obviously, I've got it really big on my t-shirt. And I thought I would do something slightly different for this live, and I thought we would play a game show. It's going to be an interactive game show, so I want everyone sort of watching to be commenting and joining in with the games. Deanna, who is just standing behind the camera at the moment, is going to be our main contestant, acting on your behalf. So she's going to be here. Now, the way the game show is going to work is I'm going to cheat and Deanna is going to lose. That is sadly how the magical game show works. None of this is fair at all. So what we're going to do, for the most part, Deanna is just going to hold the camera so that you can see what's going on the table. So if I just turn the camera around, there is the games table, there is Deanna. The games table is my domain. That is where most of my cheating will be taking place. And there's Deanna. She is going to be our contestant. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with one of the oldest cons in Magic, and I'm just going to quickly set this up. Deanna, would you mind closing your eyes so that you can't see what I'm doing? Because I want to. We're going to be doing some maths as well as some games. You see, we're going to be doing something that is incredibly old, known usually as the 3-shell game. But first, I want to try something. It's called the Monty Hall problem. So, Deanna, you can open your eyes now. You are now our camera woman.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is sort of stand over there. I'll reposition the table so that you can see it. We'll turn that around.
Stand over here.
Yeah, so make sure you can see the table, so you can see the whole table, and hopefully me as well. Like people might want to see me. I don't know. Right. So I have 3 little hats here, like this. 1, 2, and 3. One of them has a P underneath it, Deanna. Do you think it's hat number 1, hat number 2, or hat number 3 that has the P underneath it?
Hat number 1.
Hat number 1. I'm going to show you under this one. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
That is the incorrect answer. You see, that's where the P is. Now, Deanna, this is something called the Monty Hall problem, and it's actually mathematically more likely that you will win if you change your mind. It's not 100%, but it's about 2/3. Okay. So if you played this game 100 times and you changed your mind, you would win 66% of the time.
Okay.
Which is just weird, I think, isn't it? The reason for that is I know where the P is and where it isn't. So when you say this hat, I show you underneath this one, which means actually there's only 1/3 of a chance of it being there and 2/3 of a chance of it being there, which is just weird. If you want to have a look into that, there's videos on YouTube, but we're going to get into the game. Now, the game is very simple. This is the sort of thing that you will see people playing on the streets. If you see someone playing this on the streets, don't play. Because they, like me, will be cheating, okay? Now I play it with 3 little hats. People will also play it with little shells, like walnut shells, and they will also play it, and they'll play it with like a little P. Let's just see what comments we've got actually. We've got Emily Dash says hi, and Emily Dash says sounds awesome. So I think so as well. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hide the phone here so that I can see any comments that come in as well as they come up. So we have our game. This is very simple. All you have to do is tell me which hat you think the P is under.
In the middle one?
It is in the middle, but that's not the game. You see, the game is not just to guess where the P is. The game is to guess where the P is after the hats have been moved around like so. Where's the P?
In the middle one?
Of course it is. You see, I've only moved 1 hat. The game is not to guess where the P is after moving 1 hat. It's to guess where the P is after moving all of the hats. So, Deanna, on behalf of the audience, in fact, audience who are on Facebook, comment which hat you think it's underneath. If you think it's under that one, or that one. Comment if you think Deanna makes the right choice. Deanna, Put that little bucket in front, bucket at the top in front of the one that you think it's under, the middle one.
Yes.
So you think I've cheated, but I have cheated. You know I've cheated. It's not under the middle one. It's also not under this one over here, which is what I think hopefully most people will go for. People tell me if you think Deanna made the right choice. I don't think she did. That's where the P is. Now, some people think it's to do with the order in which you move the P. So the P starts under the middle one and you move the middle one first. Therefore, that's where I think I'm cheating. That's not the case. You see, if I move these two first, then move the middle one, then move these two, and then move that like that. You know what? I'll even give you a subtle hint. I'll give you a subtle hint. Very subtle hint as to where the P might be.
Okay.
People comment if you think the subtle hint is a good one. People comment if you think Deanna makes the right choice. Tell me what choice you would have made if she doesn't. Move that in front of either 1, 2, or 3 where you think the P is.
That one.
I'm very glad you did that. That is a subtle hint that that's not where the P is. It's also not here. It is in fact underneath here like this. That is me cheating. Now I feel like you know that I'm cheating. Emily Dash says left. So that would have been this one here. So that would have been the first one, I think.
Would it have been? I thought it would be that side.
Oh no, yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm confused. Anyway, someone said left. I don't know if that's the right one or not. It's hard with like all of the things. Emily Dash. Woohoo! Right, fantastic. Very good. Right, I think there's a slight delay in the comments and when I'm doing things. So, right, let's have a look. It's easiest if we just say this is cup number 1. Beside with this is cup number 1. This is cup number 2, and this is cup number 3. So if you're commenting 1, 2, 3, that makes my life easier. I know which cup you're going on about. But I'll explain how this works. I'll explain how I'm cheating. I perhaps shouldn't, but I will. You see, what happens when you move the ball, you're watching where the ball is, and you're not watching between the cups. You see the little hats. You see. What happens is as I go like that, it changes the hat that it's underneath, okay, like that. If you watch the middle of the cups, you'll see it. I'll do it sort of half speed and full speed, okay? Half speed and full speed. There we go. So, where is the little P thing? 1, 2, or 3? Move that Deanna to where you think it is, and we will see if people get it right.
Oops. Oh my god. There we go.
That one.
Yes.
Is incorrect. I said I was going to do it twice. It is in fact over here. That was the fast one. Now the reason this works and the reason I can cheat like this is because of something called object permanence. We know that when I put that P underneath that hat, it has to stay underneath that hat. Now when you're really young, when you're really little, when you were like a child, if you cover that up, that P no longer exists. The object has disappeared, and that's what object permanence means. We know that that P is there until. And even if we cover it up, we know that P stays there. Even if I was to like mix these up, if logic weren't to make sense, that P could be underneath one of these hats. I mean, if logic made sense, it wouldn't be underneath one of those hats, would it?
No.
Now, Deanna, I want to try and make this as fair as possible so that I can cheat as fairly as possible, okay?
Okay.
So, I'm not going to touch any of the hats.
Okay.
Yet. Okay, I'm going to put the P just here. Not going to touch that again just yet. Now, Deanna, I want you to pick one of these hats up. And I want you to place it over the P so that a little peak points forward for me.
Okay.
Don't worry, there's a lag. There is a lag, Emily, I can see that. Sarah's watching now as well. Right, so you put one of the hats over there. Now what I want you to do is I want you to pick this bucket up, and so that the little handle finger's pointing forwards as well. I want you to cover that hat with the bucket.
Okay. Oops.
Perfect. Now I want you to pick one of the other hats up. And I want you to place that here. That is now out of play. Neither of us
behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neither of us will touch that hat again. Sarah Petty, I wondered if we'd see the new table. You are seeing the new table. I should point out I made this table myself. I would help Deanna, but mostly made it myself, which I think is you did see the new table. So, Deanna, I'm going to need you again.
Okay.
What I'd like to do, please, is if you could just hold out your
Okay.
hold out your thumb like that for me. No, that's your finger. I said thumb. Hold your thumb out like that. What we do, just on top of that, just put your thumb. Put your thumb. So there's no way that I can cheat. Okay. My hat is here. I will not touch any of the hats from now. Do you think I can still cheat, Deanna?
No.
Does anyone here think I can still cheat? Obviously, I can still cheat. There's the P. Take your thumb off. Have a look underneath that hat. Make sure that underneath that hat there is exactly nothing. Do you know what's even weirder though?
What?
That's where I keep the apple in my bucket.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I know, weird, isn't it? It doesn't even fit in there. Right. So that is the magic cheating game of the Cups and Balls. Now the Cups and Balls actually developed a little bit over the years. That became the Cups and Balls, and then the Cups and Balls became the Cup and the Ball. I know. What we're going to do, Deanna, we're going to play a game using the cup and the ball, and you're just going to tell me where the ball is. Now, it's very simple. I'm going to let you win 3 times, and then I'm going to start cheating.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm going to let you win 3 times. So, Deanna, would you like to examine the cup and the ball, first of all?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, have a look at them. Go for it. Make sure it goes in and out. Let's have a look. Sarah Petty, never trust a magician. That's my experience.
Oops.
Paul, nice
Okay,
job.
I've just
Thank you,
dropped it.
Sarah. Yes, you're probably right not to trust a magician. Paul, thank you very much. Where did the ball go?
Underneath the table.
Underneath?
This one.
Oh, right, okay, the other table. Ah, there we go. Right. Are you happy with the cup and the ball? Yes?
Yep.
So, first round, Deanna,
Yeah.
where is the ball?
Inside the cup.
Exactly. Correct. That is 1 win to you. I said I would let you win for the first 2 rounds. So, the second round, Deanna, where is the ball?
In your pocket.
Exactly. You see, I said I would let you win. Right, okay, let's do this. Hopefully you can hear this on the camera. If I do this, you can hear it shaking around in there, yes? Hopefully you can hear it on the camera. Let me know if you can or can't. So, Deanna, where is the ball?
In your pocket.
Exactly. Yeah, no, what I have to do now, I have to start cheating. I said I'd let you win 3 times. So that means I have to take this ball,
Yeah.
I have to get it underneath this cup without you seeing it, okay?
Okay.
It looks something like this. Did you see it?
No.
Yeah, bizarre, isn't it? Look really close, you can see the ball there, yeah? Let's try again. Goes in the pocket. Yeah? Did you see it go under the cup?
No.
No, that's the second time it happened, right? Okay. Right, Deanna. How do you think I'm doing this?
Very well.
Very well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Guys, comment if you think you know how I'm doing it. You see, what a lot of people think is that I use an extra ball. And I sort of do. You see, if I put this in my pocket like this, I do use an extra ball. The thing is, that extra ball is a bit bigger like that, yeah. I have no idea where this one comes from, though. That is just absolutely bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, that is the next round of our game complete. That is how the three-shell game evolved into cups and balls, evolved into 1 cup, 1 ball. And now we're going to move on to something completely different. Because I'm in the mood for something completely different. Have you ever played Guess Who, Deanna? No. Anyone at home, if you played Guess Who, comment, okay? It's a very simple game. What you do is you have like these cards that have sort of like, you can come in, bring the camera in and have a proper look at these cards. You've got like all these faces here. You've got like Susan, Anne, Charles. You've got loads and loads of sort of pictures here of people with moustaches or with beards or hair. And the idea is that you try and work out. You each pick one of these, and you then have like a board, and you flip down, and you try and work out what card the other person has got. Simple, really, isn't it? So, Diana, I'm just going to run like this. You're going to say stop, and I'm going to try and work out what card you've got. Say stop. Okay, stop. There, perfect. You're going to pick this one, any of these ones. You didn't. You picked that one. Please take it. Have a look at it. Show it to the live. I won't look at the live for a moment.
Oops.
And do remember it, okay? And when you've done that, just sort of hide it somewhere. Okay. This is quite difficult. Right, I'm not going to look at the live as well. I'll go over here. Right, so. Okay. Right, the game is this. I'm going to try and guess what character you've got, and you're going to try and make it so that I don't guess what character you've got. Now, you could just lie outright. So if I say, is it a man, you could say, and it is a man, you could say, no, it's a woman, but then I know you're likely going to be lying. Okay. But if I also say, do you want to, if I say it's a man and you say it's a man, I could think, well, maybe she's telling the truth, maybe it's double bluff, maybe it doesn't matter. So what I want you to do is I want you to sometimes lie and sometimes tell the truth. Okay. I don't want you to let me know when you're lying, when you're telling the truth, because that'd be far too easy for me to work out, okay? Okay. So you're just looking to remember, right? Okay. So, first question. Now, is a yes or no answer, okay? Is it a man? No. No. Okay, now you see what I'm doing here is I'm trying to think. You see, women always lie on the first question. For instance, if you're like dating a woman, it's your first date, and you go, how tall are you? they'll likely lie and they'll say they're either a bit tall or a bit short. So if you, or the biggest lie is, are you hungry? And they might say no. Or do you want some food? Do you want, or does it matter where we go for dinner tonight? The answer is, of course, no, when it actually does matter, And that's what women do. That is the first question that they lie about. So therefore, I know that it is a man. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Second question. Does he wear glasses?
Yes.
Yes. Now you see, this time I know it's a little bit more honest. You see, I know you, Deanna, so I can see that you're sort of smirking, and you answered a lot faster then. You didn't also move your eyes. You just looked at him and went, "Yes, he does have glasses." So actually, I think you're telling the truth on this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Perfect. Cool. So it's a man wearing glasses. For the third and final question. Does he have long brown hair?
Yes.
Yes. Now I saw there what did you hear the difference in your voice, Ben?
No.
When I said, does he have glasses, you went, yes. And then when I said, does he have long brown hair, you went, yes. Do you hear there's a very subtle difference? It's a very slight delay and a very slight prolongation of the word yes. Instead of yes, it's yes. Do you see the difference? And you just did that then. Also, when I said that, you went like this. You moved your eyes slightly that way, which means you were lying, which means it's a man with glasses and short blonde hair, and his name is Joe.
Yes.
Perfect. That means I win the second round. I said I was going to cheat, and I have cheated. We don't have any more comments just yet, so I will take that back. Thank you very much.
You're
We're going
welcome.
to play 2 more card games, and then, 2 more card games, a guessing game, and then we're going to play another multiple choice game. So you might want to come in for this one so you can see my hands and you can see the cards. We have 4 cards for this game. Now I call this the 4-card game. Now the reason I call this the 4-card game is not because it has 4 cards, although that would make sense. The reason I call this the 4-card game is because I want you to follow the 4. Okay, very simple. All you need to do is follow the 4. Now I'm going to mix it up, and all you have to do is keep your eyes on where the 4 is. Now I'll show you this. If 4 goes down to the bottom like that, if I deal it down to the bottom, the 4 has to be on the bottom of the cards, okay? There's no way the 4 can be anywhere other than the bottom of the cards, is that right? Yes? Now, if the 4 is on the bottom and I deal the 4 to the top like this, the only place that the 4 can be is on the top, is that right? Yes? 4 has to be on the top. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Good, I need to remember how to play. Right, okay. Now, if I was doing this in the street, what I would need to do is I would need to distract you, okay? It would look something like this. Oh my gosh, look, a distraction! And then I would do the very secret move. Now, it's very hard to hide this on camera, so the people watching it might see it. Emily Ryder-Dash, love the new table. Thank you, Emily. I spent like 3 or 4 days making it. It's brilliant. Right, so the 4 goes... did you see where the 4 went?
On the top, isn't it?
You just saw me move it to the bottom. People,
Was
no,
it?
It is on the top. It's always on the top. It doesn't matter. Okay, we'll try again. Watch carefully. 4 is on the top. If I move the 4 down like this, if you remember from the beginning, that means the 4 is now
On the bottom.
on the top. Well done. Right, let's try again. If I put the 4 this time in the middle, I want you to see it does fairly go into the middle like that. Where is the 4 now?
In the middle.
On the top. Well done. I'll show you again. We'll put the 4 just down here. Now, people watching might think that I might be using more 4s, but if that was the case, there wouldn't be a 4 here, and there wouldn't be a 4 here, and there wouldn't be, well, there'd be, loads of 4s. Now, the question is, Deanna, do you think I'm using all cards that are 4? Do people at home think I'm doing that? I don't know what people at home think. I'm going to put the phone on just the table there so I can see it a bit more clearly. Do you want to know a secret? The cards are all the same. But the cards, they're not all 4s. You see, that one's a 10. This one here is a 10. This one here is a 10. This one here is a 10. And this one here is a 10 as well. You see, there's not one 4 in amongst any of these cards. Now, does that mean, Deanna, I should call it the 4-card trick or the 10-card trick?
The 4-card trick.
The 4-card trick. So what you're saying is that king doesn't matter. Now, if you're saying that king doesn't matter, I would guess you're saying this king also doesn't matter. If you're saying that king doesn't matter, this one probably doesn't matter, and therefore this one also probably doesn't matter. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. So that is one card game that we're going to play. If you followed along with that at home, please do comment. Make sure that Make sure that you're happy that I'm playing fairly, or at least as fairly as I can when I'm cheating, and you know I'm cheating. We're going to play another game using some cards. Now, Deanna, I want you to have a look at those cards, make sure they're all, or at least mostly there, mostly different. Yes? You can even move the cards along, have a look, make sure I'm not using any sneaky gimmicks of cards. And what I'd like you to do is give them a shuffle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera and watch you shuffle. Donna says, hello, Alex. Hello, Donna. Right, we're going to have a shuffle there like that. You can see Deanna was shuffling the cards. Perfect. And if you could just put those on the table when you're happy, we're going to do this. I'm going to take a few cards from the top of the pack without changing the order. 1, 2, that many cards. Now we're going to use these cards. We're going to use, what have we got? We've got 2 5s, we've got a 3, a 10, a 10. We've got loads of cards here. What I want you to do, Deanna, I want you to choose one of these cards. Now I don't want you to tell me which card you're choosing, but what I want you to do is, yeah, I don't even want people watching to know as well. I want you to just have a look at one of these cards in your head and think about it, okay?
Okay.
Now, this is going to be interesting for people at home because now you're the only person who knows which one of these cards you have chosen.
Okay.
Have you got one in your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have, right. Now what I'll ask, if you just randomly think of a card, it's very possible that it might not be in the back because I give some of these away, or it might be towards the bottom, which will make this a very long trick. So do just think of one of the, however many it was that I showed you there. Because we're going to play a game. It's a very simple game. It's called Whack Your Pack, and you're going to whack my pack. Okay? What's going to happen? I'm going to show you a card like this, the Queen of Diamonds. That wasn't your card, was it?
No.
Good. And then I'm going to place the card on the table. Now, if the Queen of Diamonds was your card, you're going to like that. Okay. It's a little bit like Snap, but you've got the advantage. You see, you know what card you've got. I don't know what card you've got, which means that I'm going to have to try and watch all of your moves, your body languages, to see when you're about to snap. I'll even give you an advantage. You can put your hand right next to the cards as I'm dealing them if you want to, okay? That gives you an advantage. I've now got further. I have to really pay attention for this. So the next card is the 6 of Hearts. If the 6 of Hearts is your card, you're going to like that, right on top of it, okay? Now I should point out, to win, your card has to be underneath your hand, okay? It cannot be underneath my hand. If your card is underneath my hand at the end, right, that means I win. If it's underneath your hand, that means you win, okay? So the 9 of Diamonds. If the 9 of Diamonds was your card, like that, yeah? Right, okay, no, right. You sure? You ready? Now what I've had some people do when I do this is they've waited till I've started to about show the next card and then like that, okay? So you could try and be sneaky like that. Remember, you are trying to win here. The Queen of Clubs. If the Queen of Clubs was your card, woo, like that, yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit nervous now. I should point out, no one has ever beaten me at this game yet, Deanna. No one has ever beaten me at this game yet. The 6 of Clubs. If the 6 of Clubs is your card, woo, like that, right on. No, you're not moving. Right, okay. Let's go with the 10 of Hearts. If the 10 of Hearts is your card, like that, right on top of you. Yes, no, maybe?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You must be getting close now. Like, with how many cards we had, right? I'm starting to get a little bit nervous myself. The 10 of Spades. If the 10 of Spades was your card, that right on top of it. 10 of Spades. Woo. No, right, okay. Starting. 5 of Hearts. If the 5 of Hearts is your card, like that, right on top of it. No, you're not going to do it, are you? Right. Are you just waiting for a random card? Are you sure you picked a card? Right?
Yeah.
3 of Spades. If the 3 of Spades is your card, like that, yeah. No, right. Are you sure there's actually... we must be close to your card now. 5 of Diamonds. If the 5 of Diamonds is your card... What? 5 of Diamonds was your card? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Now I said that I was going to cheat. I said that I've not yet lost at this game. I don't think I have yet lost at this game. You said you said you've got the 5 of Diamonds, yes?
Yeah.
Have a look under your hand. What card is underneath your hand? Yeah, I said if the card is underneath my hand, that would mean I won. That would be the 5 of Diamonds. That means I won that round as well. I'm sorry, Deanna. I had to cheat a little bit like that.
It's fine.
Now, Deanna, what we're going to do, we're going to play a little bit of a different game. This time it is a guessing game, and then we're going to play my favourite game, my favourite trick afterwards. to try and do this. So I'm going to keep the phone just there. But what we're going to do, I'm just going to turn the camera back round so that it is front facing so that I can see what's going on. I'm going to play a game standing up and you're going to have to come and join me for this one if that's okay. I'm going to place it just on top of this bottle here like that. In fact, actually no, I'm not going to put it on the bottle because I need the bottle in just a minute. I want it to be quite high up so that people can see what's going on. I should have really thought about this beforehand, really, shouldn't I? No, what I'll do, I'll move this bag out of the way and I'll put it on top of here so it's a little bit higher so that people can see us. There we go. What can people see? Can we see the table?
No.
There we go, they can see the table now. Perfect! Because seeing the table is what people need to be able to see. Let's see what we have. Oh, Donna said, brilliant. Thank you very much, Donna. I do appreciate it. Right, so. We're going to play a game. It's a guessing game. I've got some more cards here, but this is a bit more like I can't think of games. Right, okay. So we've got a blue pack of cards here, okay? I'm going to use this to try and guess which one you're going to pick, and you have to try and thwart me.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get you to choose a card. You just have to do exactly the opposite of what you think you should do to choose a card, okay? So we'll have a look. We'll show everyone the cards. I'll come quite close to the camera so I can see. We have pigeons. Deanna, what noise does a pigeon make?
I don't know.
It's sort of like a really annoying sort of sound, isn't it? I'm not doing that again before anyone asks. We have also a rabbit. What noise does a rabbit make? Squeaks, doesn't it? Yeah, it squeaks. You've clearly never met a rabbit. We have a donkey. We have a mouse. What noise does a mouse make? That one squeaks. Yeah, exactly. We have a cat. You must know what noise a cat makes.
Yeah.
There we go. Dog, sheep, chicken. Lion, they roar like that. Yeah, we've got turkeys, they go gobble gobble gobble. We've got frogs, pigs. Most frogs actually don't go with it. Interesting fact. But some of them screech like ah. It's like foxes, mate. Anyway, yeah. Pigs, owls, loads of animals here, and basically I'm going to choose which one I think Deanna is going to pick, and I'm going to put it here on this table so that you can see it. It stays in plain sight all the time, and I'm not going to change it. Okay. So Deanna, what I'd like to do just for this little bit is look away so you don't see what card I think you're going to pick.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and guess. I think that Deanna is going to pick this card. Okay, this card. Make sure you remember it. Make sure you don't put it in the comments just yet because I don't want Deanna to even like have a look at the comments and see what this one is. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the table here. Now. Yeah, you're going to just look away for a little bit longer if that's okay, because I'm now going to take the red cards out, and these cards are the ones that you're going to be choosing from. Okay. They're exactly the same. They've got chickens, they've got pigeons, they've got mice, they've got frogs, chickens, cats, dogs. We've got all sorts of those animals. Okay, you're going to choose any one of these cards that you want. Okay. Now what I'm just going to do is move them from the top to the bottom. And then whenever you want to say stop, you just say stop. Now I'm going to try and influence where you stop so that you stop on the right card, okay? So you try and resist. So you can face me again now, you can face the camera again if you want to, thank you. So I'm just going to do this. Whenever you say stop, the card that's on top is the one that we're going to use, okay? Simple as. So whenever you're ready, say stop. Remember we are on a Facebook Live. Stop. That one there? You sure? Okay, right, what I want you to do is I want you to take that card that you stopped at, okay? Have a look at it, make sure you know what it is. And I'm going to prove to you and prove to everyone here that they are the same card, okay? But this card here and that card there are exactly the same, okay? I'm going to prove it to you, okay, right? So, first question, I'll do it with 3 questions. First question, does that animal have a tail?
Yes.
Can't believe you had to look at that, but yes. It has a tail, therefore it is the same animal. Although I have a hunch that people watching won't believe that. In fact, if you don't believe that, just leave a comment, a like or whatever, say that you don't believe it. Second question, Deanna. Second question. Most important question, really, if you will. Does this animal have 4 legs? Yes. Perfect! This one also has 4 legs. That means they are the same animal. Okay, it's not they all have 4 legs in there. You see, there's some, like, there's chickens and birds, they only have 2 legs, you know, they were in there. I think there might have been a fish that doesn't even have any legs, you know. You don't believe me, do you? Okay, we'll try another one. What letter does it begin with?
With a C.
A C. This one also begins with C. Yes, thank you. We have got, what? I think they think that I should Right, if you think that we should prove that they match, right, just leave a comment or something like that. I mean, we're going to do it anyway, but look, leave a comment if you think that we should match. Deanna, what animal have you got?
Shall I show it?
Yeah, sure. A
cow.
What? A cow? Hang on, Deanna, right. These are the cards that you picked from. You chose a cat, you chose a cat, a cat, a cat, a cat. How on earth did you manage to get a cow from... It doesn't matter. Luckily, I'm a magician. That one matches the cow there as well. Okay, I think that means I win the second that game as well. Deanna, you're not doing well. I've won all of these games so far, and I
wonder why that is.
It's because I'm cheating, isn't it? Right. Okay then. I'm going to put these away, like so, and we're going to play our final game, Deanna. No way. Yeah. No, way, Donna. Way, Donna. Right. So. Deanna, we're going to play our final game. This is my favourite game to play. I'm going to make sure the table can be seen there. Just take a step just that way so that you're vaguely in a little bit that way so you're still in camera, but so that people can see the table and you. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. So, Deanna, I've got some cups here. Can you be honest? Tell me what's inside that cup, Deanna.
Nothing.
Perfect. Deanna, there is absolutely nothing in any of these cups.
Okay.
We're going to play a very simple game, Deanna, and the aim of the game is to stay dry. If you stay dry, I will give you a prize. You've not won any of the games yet. If you stay dry, I will give you a prize. I'll make you a balloon model, okay?
Okay.
Give me any balloon model you want, as long as it's one that I know how to make.
Okay.
Okay, so we're limited pretty much to just dogs. It doesn't matter, right, okay. Any balloon model you want. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some water and I'm going to put it. Donna says well done. I don't know if she's saying well done to me or to Deanna there, but I'm going to take some water and I'm going to put it inside that cup, like that. Okay? Now Deanna, it is your job to keep your eyes on the water. You can see the water in there. Confirm there's water in there. Good, right. It's your job to keep your eyes on the water. Now I'm going to mix it up and you're going to choose one of the cups. Whichever cup you choose, I'm going to take and I'm going to pour over my head. Now, if I get wet, that means I lose. However, if you get wet, that means you lose. And maybe what's going to happen is if you choose a cup and it's not got the water in it, I get to choose a cup and I get to pour it over your head. So if you get wet, you lose. If I get wet, I lose. The end game, stay dry. Okay? If you stay dry, you win. So remember, that's where the water is.
Okay.
Whatever the water is as I mix it up. Now the first round is going to be a practice round. That means that no one is getting wet this round. Deanna, cup number 1, cup number 2 or cup number 3, where do you think the water is?
Cup number 1.
Cup number 1, let's see if I would have got wet. Ooh, look at that, I would have got very wet there, wouldn't I? Look at that. Right, so yes, correct, well done. Cup number 1 has water and confirm that is still where the water is. Perfect. Deanna, watch carefully. I'm going to mix with... Donna, love this trick. So do I, Donna. It's one of my favourites. I'm going to mix it up like this. Mix it up like this. Mix it up like this. Now, Deanna. Cup number 1, 2 or 3, where do you think the water is?
Number 1.
Number 1. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Can you just check, make sure the camera can see that? Right, so, cup number 1. Yes! What are you shaking your head at?
I think you cheated.
Of course I did. the whole idea of this is me cheating, right? Okay. Look, that's where the water is. Now, Deanna, the whole idea of this is that you don't let me cheat. Okay. Which means you don't look away, which means when I say, can you just check the camera like that to make sure they can see it, you don't look at the camera. You don't go, ooh, look at the camera, okay? You don't look at the camera. You stay looking at these cups, okay? Okay, now, ooh, look, the camera's by a window. Good. Oh, very good. Right. Okay. Well done. No. What I want you to do, right? I want you to make sure that you don't look away from these cups. So let's have a practice. Look, camera. Look out the window behind the camera. Look at the camera. Window. Camera.
Are you trying to impress me with your dance moves?
I've already impressed you with my dance moves, and you know it. Don't lie. Right. Right, Deanna. We're gonna mix these up now. Remember. Focus on where, don't think about where the water isn't, think about where the water is, okay? Not where it isn't, okay? Where it is. Not where it's not, but where it is, okay? Does that make sense? Perfect. Now remember, whichever one you say is going over my head. Now, if you get it right, I get wet. If you don't, you get wet.
Okay.
Cup 1, cup 2, or cup 3, where do you think the water is?
Number 3.
Number 3. Do you want to change your mind?
No.
I should have done that, really, should I? I know what. Would you check the camera for me, make sure it can see what you almost looked then, didn't you? No, just check the camera, seriously, we need to make sure. Oh, look, who's that in the window? No, seriously, look, it's Elsa.
No, it's not.
Elsa's at the window. She's waving at you, she wants to come in. No, look, Elsa's at the window. Diana, Elsa's at the window. Diana, Elsa is at the window. Stephen, oh, Olaf's there as well. Olaf and Elsa are at the window, they're waving at you. They want a high five, Diana. Diana, Elsa and Olaf there, they're kissing! Diana, they're kissing! We're gonna make some weird, snowy, personally baby type thing. No. This cup right here.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You want me to pull this cup over my head?
Mm-hmm.
You're positive?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You
Yes.
Do you want me to not pour this over
Just
my head?
do it.
Right, if I do that and there's no water in it, that means that if I take this cup and pour this over your head, that'll be where the water is. Like, what? I have no idea how you did that, Diana. I think you finally cheated me out of a game. Now, I did promise if you stay dry, you get a prize. You get a balloon model of any animal you like, as long as I can make it. So I can make a dog, I can make a turtle, a dinosaur, a butterfly. What else can I make? A frog. I've forgotten what else. What would you like?
I'll have a turtle.
A turtle, of course you would. Right. Okay. What we're gonna do? What colour turtle would you like? We've got all of these colours here.
I'll have. I don't know which one the dark blue is, so I'll go for this one.
You go for the light blue one, right? Okay then. The dark blue ones look purple, by the way.
Is it
So
that one?
this one would be a dark blue one if you want dark blue.
Okay.
Right. I'm glad you didn't go for the pink one because it looks vaguely rude when you start making this. Let's have a look what people have said. Interesting that you've got different coloured cups. Do it. It is interesting, but I think it's easier for people to follow with different coloured cups. Like, now, to some people, that will be the most impressive part of the whole video, to be perfectly honest. There we go. We have a little turtle head there, then we need a little shell, then we need 4 little turtle legs, and this is where it starts looking a little bit suspect. And this is where it stops. That is going there. The head goes through like that. That is 1 turtle shell. We're going to get rid of the bit that we don't need. That goes here. I'm going to put this around here. It's not strangling in, don't worry, it is for a reason. Ah, come on, there we go. Oh, hey, I don't know if it's a lady turtle for all I know. We also need a few things here. Where did I put that? We need our Sharpie marker. What we're going to do, we're going to draw an eye just here like this and colour that in. We're going to give him some nose. We're going to draw another eye on this side. We're going to give him some shell. That side's missing out. There we go. I'm just going to show the camera your fantastic little turtle thighs. That is possibly the cutest thing I can make. I absolutely love it. Diana, put your wrist out.
Which one?
Either one, it doesn't matter. That goes on there. That is yours to keep forever and ever and ever.
Thank you.
Donna Joseph, that's impressive. It is impressive, isn't it? It is probably the most impressive thing that I've done today for those of you in the know. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to Alex's fun cheating game show. Thank you for staying tuned for 40 minutes of you for those who did. I did not expect it to be going that long. Guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Have a fantastic, fantastic day. If you want anything else to do, there is a YouTube channel for Non-Stop Kids Entertainment. It's got loads of fun activities on there. It's got some maths, science by me. It's got loads of magic by some fantastic entertainers. It's got Makaton tutorials, it's got cooking tutorials, dances, games, stories. I think there's even yoga there as well. Like, guys, if you want something to do, there is... that's impressive. Thanks, Alex. I'll be on it tomorrow. Fantastic. I like to hear it. I like to hear it, Donna. Right, so guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to leave it there. Have a fantastic day, And on behalf of Non-Stop Kids, thank you. How do I end this now?